introduce Dr. Saeed for the next lecture. And Dr. Saeed, he's graduate from Sultan Qaboos University, and he's currently an OMSB resident in internal medicine program. His main interest in the research and academic scholarship, and he had many publications in this field. And today he will talk about and discuss about the use of artificial intelligence and research, focusing on consensus and SciSpace. This is one of the tools that he will explore more and in the next 20 minutes. Dr. Saeed, thank you for accepting our invitation, and we are happy to have you today with us. So the floor is yours. And please, for the audience, you can feel free to also send your questions to the chat box to facilitate the discussion. Thank you. Dr. Saeed, can you share your slides?
Yes, thank you very much, Dr. Saja, and thank you for the invitation. Hopefully it will be an informative session. I will try to be focused and fast for the time constraint. Can you see my screen?
Not, yes.
Okay, just 1 second.
Dr. Saeed, put it in full screen.
Yeah. I'm going to do so. Just take. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Today I will go very fast, and I will focus on the hands-on of mainly consensus and SciSpace. Do you have the sound? Can you hear the sound?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. It's very clear. Yeah.
Adapting a new habit, especially learning something new or out of our scope, it's very difficult, and it's most of the time it's out of our comfort zone. So adapting a new habit that will help us in research and in understanding medicine, it's a great tool. Especially AI, it's like your personal assistant, basically. This is my outline, and the life before AI is life after AI, completely two different stories. It's not a luxury, it's imposed upon us. It's like the life before internet and the life after internet. It's not a luxury again. When we perceive it, the first few months, it becomes as a luxury, but in reality, it's actually a necessity if we want to catch up with the world. This is like, I will go very fast through the slides because of the time. Then I will focus on the hands-on. This is a few AI models that have been used throughout the past few years in regards to other subspecialties. The first one, diagnostic and imaging applications of AI. For diabetic retinopathy, Google's DeepMind AI achieved more than 90% sensitivity in detecting referable retinopathy and retinal fundus photos. And that was in 2018. Diagnostic and imaging application, we have the EDOX AI flagging intracranial hemorrhage on head CT within seconds, reducing time to notification by 10 minutes on average. The EDOX AI. And then we have the Page AI. It's in pathology. It's detecting metastatic breast cancer in lymph node slides with an AUC of 0.97, 97% AUC. And the predictive analysis, we have the sepsis prediction, EPIC sepsis model. Alert clinician around 4 hours before the clinical deterioration. It's a study at Duke University. And now we have like multiple machine learning models that have been produced locally under Dr. Abdullah Alawi and Dr. Maria that have been published, and another papers that we are working currently on 2 or 3 papers that are using also LLM or machine learning models. In administrative and workflow optimization, they are there. Documentation, just 1 second. in one study, they studied that in documentation, it reduces the documentation time by 20 minutes per note. And here, the practical use, ChatGPT in healthcare. Clinical summaries, automated discharge summaries. They did a study in Cleveland Clinic, pilot study. It reduced the draft time of the clinical summaries by 40%. And patient education, it generates understandable material such as personalized post-op care instructions, more clear to the patient. They can even discuss with the agent or AI agent, i.e. like ChatGPT is one of them, but it's not like the best one to discuss with when it comes to medical information. Research assistance, drafting methods sections, ChatGPT helped researchers write 30% faster in one of the NIH studies. So now we'll go hands-on. We'll focus on that. You can see my screen, yeah? You guys with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So the first tool that we will discuss, we will talk about consensus and we'll talk about SciSpace. These two consensus are for literature review and for also helping us in writing. Consensus, it's mean like الاتفاق العام, like the agreement. Like let's ask you, what you do is just you ask a question and it helps you, especially in clinical rotations during your workload. For me as a resident during my own calls, or if you, in case you have like an morbidity and mortality meetings, in order to understand the case, to know the relation, rare conditions, it helps you a lot in that. Let's say does early dialysis initiation in ICU, or does AKI increases the risk of sudden cardiac? Does AKI increase the risk of sudden cardiac death? Just like a question that we know the answer for, but we can use it for whatever question you know. I just want you to know how to use the template or how to use the model itself. Your question, if you ask it as in a frame that the answer will be yes or no, it will answer you with a consensus of 80%. They answered, 81% answered yes. Of the consensus of the literature that is out there, 1% answered possibly no, 13%. The other thing you can do, and it will not only answer, you can do, you can assess. If you click on all details, you will see the studies that said yes and the studies that said no. And here you can see the journal. It's a Q, the cumulative Q.1, Q1 journal, Q1 journal. And the other thing, you can assess also, you can filter. You can go down here under the conclusion, you can filter the question. Let's say I want my question to be only in the past 2 years, or in the past 5 years only, or in the past 10 years. And or you can write whatever you want to write, like from 2020 to 2026. I want like in the last 6 years. The journal type, I want it only Q1 or I want them all, or Q2, Q3. It's you can do whatever you want to do there. And the type of methodology, I want it only meta-analysis and systemic review, or I want only RCT, or I want literature review and systemic review meta-analysis. You can change the type of studies. So if I clicked on meta-analysis, systemic review, RCT only, and I went there, controlled studies only, and human studies only. Let's see if that will change our answer, our consensus. Still generating. So our consensus did not change, it was still the same. And now let's say I want more details about that paper. We can go down, we will see. Now, it will not give you only the answer, it will give you the answer, the consensus, the methodology for tier 1 studies, the number of citations, and down there, it will give you like a review or a summary of your answer, and also a summary of the consensus itself. Like it will give you the relationship between AKI, arrhythmia, sudden cardiac death type events, and it will give you the references as well for each reference. And it's like a summary with schedules, with conclusion, take home message, and you can export it immediately to your notebook. The other thing, sorry, this is after my adjustment, by the way. It became 90%, 91% yes, mixed 90, no is 0% after the latest adjustment. The thing is, let's say, and it's all referenced. Not only that, let's say I want to take this to cite it somewhere. All you have to do is you go here and it will, if you want to know more detail about this study, you just click on details and you have the entire paper here. This is a summary of the paper. And if you want like you want to understand the paper, the type of study, you just click on snapshot. If you clicked on snapshot, you see the population, the study count, duration, location, like a snapshot about the study itself, and the outcome and the risk, and even the methodology. If you want the full, just click on PDF, and you have the full. If it's an open access, for sure, you will have the full PDF of that paper. And if you want to cite it, you can go here. Just close this. If you want to, one thing, also you can click on save paper. Let's see, I'm writing now a paper about like AKI. Let's see. Okay, here. Where is it? Save. Still not working. Save. Yeah, you can create a new collection. It's not working. I don't know why. It's been glitching actually today. Okay, anyways. So the other thing you can do is cite the paper. You can cite it directly from here. You can click, you can ask whatever style you want, and you can just download it from here, or just you can copy the text. The other thing, you can immediately directly connect it to your Zotero, if you are using Zotero or EndNote. Here, directly you can connect it and it will download immediately. The other thing, in the references, if you can go down here, in the references, if you clicked on this one here, you can see immediately, like this is the reference. What is the answer? It's yes to your question, and it will appear the question here. Does AKI increase the risk of sudden cardiac death? Yes. And it will give you, it is a yes consensus of this paper. The PDF, if you want to save the paper, let's see if it will work again. New collection, yeah. So let's say you have the new collection is AKI and sudden cardiac death risk. Create a collection. Now I'm creating a new collection in my library. Yeah, that's it. Here, AKI and new collection. I want to save it here. Just okay. It's saved there. Now I will go the second paper. Let's say I want to save it in the same place here. It's already saved now, and so back and so on. And the other thing is you will know the type of study here, the number of citation, and large human trial, the type of study. Everything is like in details from here. If you clicked on this table, you will have the summaries of the studies. The first thing you will have is the answer to your question. You will have the population type. You will have the methodology of that reference, results, outcomes, sample size, etc., etc. This is mainly the things that you have here, which is very nice for your literature review, actually, especially if you are writing a paper. It will give you a very nice overview. And of course, the sources here, before asking questions, your source, you can go over all medical research, or you can go only, if you clicked only on medical, top medical journals, guidelines, about 8 million paper, only the top journals and the guidelines. If you clicked all, everything will be there. And here on board to Zotero, because I'm using Zotero, I'm not using EndNote. So it's linked to my Zotero. Immediately, if I click this, whatever I saved, it will go immediately to my Zotero, file-wise. Also, the type of search, you have quick, it's for free. Pro, you have to pay for it. If you paid for Pro also, it will give you deep search. And for deep search, you have like some limitation on how many times you can use it. That's mainly on consensus. Do you have any questions here before going to SciSpace? Anyone?
This is a free, Dr. Said, or should be paying for it?
Yeah, you have two versions actually. You have free version and you have the Pro version. And the free version also is very nice actually. It's not that bad. I'm paying it's like around 6-7 real per month, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Save our time.
It saves a lot of time actually. Actually, Dr. Seja, the last time we presented, one of my literature review was using this actually, consensus. Maybe you noticed some similarities of my screenshots.
Very nice, Dr. for this elaborative. Can I have just a query? We use this consensus for building up the a table for systematic review or let's say case series or literature review about a certain topic, do we need to cite that we have done this through this using this AI, or is not indicated?
No, you don't have to do that. You have, because you have the citation here. If you are having a doubt about, it is very valid actually. It has been validated, this tool. One thing, if you want to double check if you are questioning an information that has been given here, which is with this citation, you can just double check the citation. It's already here. Just click details and it will give you here the PDF, the abstract. Just double check with it if it's right or not, and you can cite this citation. You don't have to cite the consensus.
I appreciate it.
Okay, if there is no question, I think I will move towards the SciSpace. So this is SciSpace. This is the home page. SciSpace today is actually a little bit slower than it used to be. Maybe with all the madness in US currently. Okay, just to go to the second one. I went here. Home is basically like the consensus button. It's like literature review. You ask whatever you ask, and it will give you a very detailed, actually, literature review. Now, what is the difference between consensus and SciSpace? We will just go through them fast here. I'm sorry, I'm running behind. The system is not helping me here. I asked the question: early dialysis in ICU versus delayed dialysis. I just want a literature review about that, and it gave me a very nice literature review here. Typical time threshold examples include initiation within 12 hours versus waiting up to 48 hours if no recovery. I did not ask anything specific. I just said early dialysis in ICU versus delayed. And this is the review that they gave me. Stage threshold examples including initiating and at AKI stage 2 early versus waiting until stage 3 delayed. The other thing, it's a very detailed with the references down here. Again, where is it? Yeah, with the references, you don't have to click, just go over it, and it will open to you. Like exactly similar to consensus. You will have, if you can cite it immediately, get PDF, DOI, number of citation, the paper itself, like a brief abstract here, and it will give you a literature review about the RCT signals. The other thing here, it will give you like the complication and the adverse event, all cited, Trial evidence and patient selection, as per your question. The first is ideal ICU, multicenter RCT, severe AKI and septic shock, early RRT, renal replacement therapy within 12 hours after like refile failure versus delayed up to 48 hours if no recovery. The main finding is there is no significant difference in 90-day mortality, 58% early versus 54% delayed among followed patients. So it will give you the trial and it will give you the main finding. So on multiple trials here, this is a very nice schedule. I did not do anything. I just asked that question. It generated all that information by itself. And it will give you the clinical practice guideline and recommendation. Consensus from the review. contemporary meta-analysis conclude no routine survival advantage for early RRT and highlight increased harm and resource use with early strategies, supporting delayed initiation with monitoring until clear indication develop. I think that's what we do actually in our day-to-day practice. And these are your references. And you can directly save it to your notebook immediately. It will come everything ready. All you have to do is just download it. And if you are not sure, it did not answer your question completely, you can ask a follow-up question specifically and it will answer. The other thing I liked about SciSpace, because its review is very thorough. The other thing I like here, this is the beginning. This is from home button. You can ask a question here and it will answer. The other thing, we have the AI writer and the chat with PDF. The one thing that I really liked about SciSpace, and that's why I'm still subscribed to SciSpace, is chat with PDF. Here, let's say this is a paper that is a subset of the balanced clinical trial. All you have to do is just you upload your file. You will have, whenever you open it, it will ask you to upload the file. That would be there because of the, here. Upload file, you upload file from your computer, and I uploaded this, the balanced trial. Let's say you have a question. Whatever question you want, results from the paper, generate summary, full summary of the paper, conclusion from the paper, explain the abstract, what are the contribution, and find the related papers, explain practical implication. Let's say limitation of this paper. And you can write the question. It doesn't have, you don't have to select from there. It will give you the limitation of that paper, descriptive, duration of data collection. This is and these citing are from this paper itself. Let's say they mentioned something here that I'm not quite sure that it was in the paper. Patients with initial abnormalities were also more likely to have repeated tests compared to those with normal baseline values, further contribution to potential bias. Now, I want to know from where they got it from the paper. You just click on this. From here. It means they brought it from this paragraph. Click on it again. That point, they brought it from this paragraph exactly. Let's say other thing here. From where they got this point, again from this paragraph, again from this paragraph. Apparently, most of the limitation, they brought it from here. Because this is apparently the limitation paragraph itself. Let's see, there's other thing that I really like here is explain math and table. Let's say there is a table I don't quite understand in the study. All I have to do is just click on this, explain math and table, and I just have to, this is all you have to do. It will appear here. It will tell you what type of graph this is, what's the interpretation. Like very nice interpretation, like white plot cell trajectory by treatment duration. It will tell you immediately, like this is a small introductory about the idea. It will tell you about the main idea of the graph itself and explanation of the details, green line, orange line. And it's like an explanation, written explanation of the graph, which is very nice. And it helps you to understand the researches. Because some researchers, they use some analysis that I personally am not familiar with. So I use this PDF chat with PDF tool and explain math and table. So you got to understand everything behind the paper. And you continue chat with the paper, the limitation, implication, and you keep going back and forth. I think 1 hour, 2 hours, you are understanding the entire paper. You don't need anyone to present it to you. It's like discussing the paper with an expert. The other thing that I find it here is very nice is find the topic. I think I think we are exceeding the limit. Maybe other time we can discuss further. But the other thing that helps here is write research paper with confidence powered by AI. I personally don't use that because it doesn't give you time to write, because it will keep writing for you. This is AI writer tool. Let's say I want to write about AKI in ICU pregnancy. If you go here, you can write an introduction, write a conclusion, write headings. It will write anything for you, whatever you want. Bullet list. Like, where is it? Then it's working. Here again. This one. If I write outline builder and here AKI, ICU, and pregnancy. So it will write an outline or objectives about AKI in pregnant ICU patients. Like all the objectives about your whatever presentation, whatever you want to write. Like everything from A to Z, from understanding AKI up till the end, research trend and future directions. It helps you sometimes if you have like a brain fog or sometimes you are stuck in a paper. It helps you in giving you a very nice start or kick just to push you to start. After that, you can just keep writing. I think I will stop here. Thank you very much. If you guys have any question, please don't hesitate to ask. The other thing, the main thing in AI is we have to acknowledge it. Liability, unclear accountability for AI influenced errors who will go to court, and skewed outcomes because the data, the output will depend on the data you provide. The other thing is the black box effect because a lot of results we don't understand how we got them because the analysis is not clear because of the machine learning models itself. And one of the main things is model fails when they are moved to new hospital or population, which is issue of generalizability. And infrastructure, very expensive, high performance compute, storage demands, clouds, patient safety, a lot of other issues that are we still encountering as local AI researchers. Thank you very much. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to ask now or from my email. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Said. Very interesting presentation. Anyone have a question or comment? Dr. Isa?
Well, first of all, thank you, Saeed. Jazakallah khair. Thank you very much. What are the main steps for every individual, let's say in our society, to be really able to work on this project? What can they go 1, 2, 3 to make it easy?
You mean AI project generally or what, Doctor,
Yes.
exactly?
Yeah, AI generally to be used in medicine or nephrology.
Like as a practitioner or as a patient?
No, as a practitioner.
As a practitioner, the main thing now, if you want to use it or produce it or to be part of the paper community, like research-wise.
Yes, to be on the research was to use it as a research project to initiate or to run either a systemic review or a clinical research, to run a methodology, for example.
Yeah, for writing, for generating an AI based models, like I'm currently working on like my OMSB paper is about AI, Doctor. We created like a machine learning. Dr. Abdullah, أيوة. We are producing an AI machine to predict in-hospital deterioration risk.
Yes.
The thing is, I think the most important thing is to hook yourself up with someone who understands AI, like proper AI. That's one. The second thing, like to create the machine itself. It doesn't have to be like coding, 100% coding with C++ or Python, but to understand how to do it. Sometimes there is AI tools to code the programs themselves. يعني. So there's AI tools to give you the code. So, but you have to be very like clever in giving the instructions. This is
All
one.
right.
The second thing is to familiarize yourself with the current trend of AI papers. يعني, where is the gap? And also, is it feasible in our situation? Is it the AI powered device, or is it a software that I'm planning to produce? صح? Because I'm producing هنا something new when it comes to AI. So is it a software or it is a device? Because if it's a device, the funding grant has to be very substantial, and because AI depends on data. The more data you have, the better quality of the data, the better outcome, and the better model you have. Even if you have a very large data set, if your data handling is not that good, the output of the model will be not great. So I think these questions we should ask ourselves, yani. But the main important thing is to hook yourself up with someone who understands AI.
Okay. All right. The other question really is, Said, last year in our review of the strategic research funding for Research Council, Ministry of Higher Education, which now changed, 70% of all projects were really about AI. So what do you think should be your start very soon?
I think like الدكتور ممكن تتفعل لأن انقطع الصوت.
All right. Last year, 70% of the strategic research funding were for artificial intelligence.
Yes.
So what will be your advice for the group? What should they do? How to prepare this such research would really high likely to be funded in AI, in nephrology or medicine at large?
I think for the group who is responsible for accepting the grants or allocating the funds is to assess the feasibility, Doctor.
Yeah.
Like maybe there is an idea about like a paper, but it's not feasible in our clinical setting. Is that model will see the light, or it's just a good idea that I'm asking for funding? You got my point, Doctor? If it will see the light,
yes,
eventually it should reproduce outcome. It should reproduce like income for the country if it's working. Like I mean, like income,
yeah,
like proper income. Yeah.
yes.
There is a lot of ideas that
yeah.
can generate proper income. Like I mean, feasibility, is it like really good? Like if it's a dead end paper that will go nowhere, but it is AI powered, I'm not sure if that will need any further funding. And if it's feasible or not. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Sai. Thank you.
Dr. Said, maybe this is the last question from Dr. Charles. Does our HIMS in Ministry of Health or SQH has AI integration?
What does he mean by the HIMS?
Me also, I didn't understand. Maybe Dr. Charles, can you speak? What you mean by HIMS? Health Institute?
Actually, it's like a hospital information management system, like what you have Al Shifa and other things.
No, we don't. It doesn't have AI integration, Doctor.
Okay, okay. Now, because
Yeah.
you are telling
As
about
far
the
as I know,
writing
as far as I know, we still don't have AI integration in it.
Yeah, because no, you are telling about the short little time saving regarding writing clinical notes, all those things. You are telling, no, like what application the clinical day-to-day clinical aspect for us.
Yeah. We still don't have it. It was a pilot study that was done in Cleveland Clinic.
Okay. Thank you for the info.
Do you think, Dr. Said, in radiology department, they are not starting such AI?
I've heard, but
when they are reporting the CT and MRI.
I have heard they have like a program. They have a program, but I'm not sure if it's integrated in the system, Doctora.
Yeah, me also not sure.
Yeah,
I
I
think they
think
are
it's
not
like,
writing, they just speak and it is
yeah, that's dictation. Dictation is
okay.
different. I think what doctor means that the AI will generate, like will summarize. Like you dictate and it will summarize. Like this meeting now, it's recorded. And now after the meeting, doctor, whoever is the host, he will have an email with a full summary. It's a summary. It's not a dictation. It's not writing what we said. It will summarize the points.
Got it.
That's what the AI do. Like it's not only recording. Yeah, it will summarize, it will analyze, and it will give you like in a structured way.
Excellent. Any more questions or comment, or we will end the session?
Thank you. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you all for this excellent start for the year 2026. And thank you, Dr. Naima, Dr. Naji, Dr. Saeed. I think we will invite you again and again. Thank
I'm
you all
always happy to be here.
to
Thank you.
stay to the end. Thank you and see you for next session, inshallah, before Ramadan. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
So.